hello, everybody. Welcome. It is 23rd of March. We have one more Sunday in this wonderful month of March. And today we are super excited. Yes, we finally got Zion, Mr. Positive Energy, to be on the program. And it's going to be an interesting program. We get to know him more. I know you guys see him on his popular program that is on Fridays. And let's guys show you a little bit of a clip of what he does. Hope you guys are enjoying your day today and not too stressed and enjoying your almost springtime. It's not really hot yet, and it's at that time. So let me show you guys a little clip of here.
Positivity. And
Uh,
guess what? I'm not alone.
Might be a little bit delayed in it, but here's a little clip of showing the show that he does. He does a show on Fridays. I will give him the exact time. I think it's noon or one, something like that. And he does it with a lot of bunch of wonderful people, Lydia and Jamie and Eddie, and we're gonna bring him on here in a little bit. All right, let me go ahead and bring in our wonderful guest all the way in Nigeria. Three, two, one. Welcome on the program, Zion. Yes, you're here finally.
All right, thank you so much, Omar. It's so good to be here, and it's falling on the 38th episode. That's huge. That's amazing. Kudos to you for doing this and bringing people on to spotlight them and allow the network get to know them much more. So I'm very excited. I want to say a happy Sunday to everybody joining us from all over the world. We appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to get started.
Awesome, awesome. We're so excited. This show is called Do We Really Know Them? And we get to know people. Zion is number 38, and he's been a popular person and good guy and very positive person. Let's start out before the questions is uh, Zion, where did you get your name from? It's a wonderful name. Does it have a meaning?
Yes, Zion. Thank you so much, Omar. Well, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer, and I love God so much. And Zion is a Christian name. It means the city of God. It means one with God. It means light, and that's why I love the name because why I'm a city of God, and I'm proud to be called Zion. And that's where the name came about. My faith, my belief in God.
Amazing, amazing. I love that. That's awesome. I like that you have the faith, and that's great. Now, before we get into the questions as well, tell us about your program and what inspired you to start it. That program that you do. And what time is it, by the way?
Yes, the Positivity Live. It's every Friday. For those in Nigeria, it's currently 8 p.m. For those in the UK, it's 7 p.m. For those in the Eastern Time Zone, it's 2 p.m. Yes, 2 p.m. That's what we usually do every Friday. And the show has been on for the past 3 years, 3 solid years of showing up every Friday. And then the next question is what inspired me? For us and for me personally, we live in a time where there is so much negativity. We live in a time where people are going through so much. But then to create a space, not just a space, a community of people of like-minded to just come in and share. Because sometimes what people need is a space to feel free, to feel loved, to feel held, and to feel supported. So creating a space like that where we can be able to encourage people. Because for us, we are very intentional about positivity, using it to inspire, to motivate, to energize, and to give people hope in the midst of what they are going through. So every Friday we come in together and we have people from all over the world who always join us on that show so we can be an inspiration to others. Because making an impact is beyond just having the thoughts, it's about taking the necessary action to make an impact and influence people. So when we do that, for persons who get to speak, for persons who get to learn, we learn from each other, people sharing amazing story of resilience, of grief, of dedication, of commitment, of consistency. So having a space like that, for us, it's amazing, and there are so many testimony for persons who joins us every Friday, testimonies of how they've been inspired, of how their life have been turned around, and of how they have become more intentional about positivity. For me, basically, positivity used to be a thought, and I know that many persons can resonate with it. But now is now a life. Is a life we live, is a life we embrace consciously and intentionally every day. And we are helping people to also embrace that life of positivity. And like I always tell you, in positivity, there's endless possibility. So bringing that awareness is why we created our platform to inspire more persons. And now we are streaming to different platforms so we can have more reach, more persons can find hope, more persons can find joy, and more persons can find reason to keep living their life every day. So that's the reason behind us hosting that program on Fridays.
Amazing, amazing. Tell us the time real quick, and I have to play the intro video real quick. And what time is your program on Fridays?
Like I think I mentioned that earlier, but for those in Nigeria, it's always 8 p.m. For those in the
8
UK,
p.m.,
7 p.m. Then yes, Instant Time Zone is 2 p.m. every
2 p.m.
Fridays.
Awesome, awesome. Matt Allen is joining us. For some reason, his picture is not showing up here. I have no reason why. He's trying to hide there. All right, let me throw the intro video. There's a delay on it. Show number 38.
Zion Inaugural.
Okay, there we go. Okay, great. Okay, let's get to the question, Zion. All right. Question one. Okay, what was your childhood like, and in which city or country did you grow up in?
Well, I think I will answer the big pass first. I grew up in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And how was my childhood like? Hmm. I think it was fun, a lot of environment. I grew up in a farm. I grew up in a farm setting, so I really love it. Why? Because having access to raw food, to natural food, it's for me it was non-negotiable. And being around family, yes, I have a very large family. Then spending time with my family was something I really enjoyed. Then my childhood, because of the environment I grew up in a farm setting, we have trees all around. So I love climbing trees and eating fruit. Not falling fruit, fruit I can actually pick from the tree myself and be able to wash it and eat it. So my childhood was a very memorable one. Why? Because for me, I love being active. I don't like being dormant or being. I love being active as a child, and I could tell you I participated in practically everything in my childhood. I was always involved. I always wanted to be there, and it was fun. It was fun, even though we didn't have everything we wish to have. But then being around family, being loved, being supported, and just being around people you really care about, it's something very, very important. So my childhood was amazing, and I have a lot of memory of my childhood, which is has made me to become who I am today.
Amazing, amazing. You mentioned fruits. What was your favorite fruit that you ate as a child?
Cashew. We have yes, we have over 20 trees of cashews.
Ah,
There was a whole lot of cashew trees with different varieties. And I tell you, after eating the main cashew, then the seed, we go in there, roast the seed, and it was fun. So we have fruit like orange fruit, mango fruit, cocoa. Yes, we have cocoa as well, and
uh-huh.
so many fruits and guava as well. We have a lot of fruits, And for me, I really love fruits and jumping from trees to tree. I was more like a mockingbird. I love climbing trees, which was very, very,
Oh
very good
wow.
for me.
You're a tree climber. Any particular trees? Do you guys have palm trees there by chance or no?
Yes, we have palm trees. They are palm trees, but I don't like palm trees, sorry, because it doesn't have branches.
You're not able to jump on them.
I love climbing trees with branches so I can be able to support myself. So
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody almost climbed trees as a child. I remember even doing that too. But you got to be careful not to fall or break something. Perfect. Okay, all right, great. Let's move on, Zion. Good, good, interesting there. Okay, did you have a pet, and should people get pets, or do you have a pet now
yes.
in your life?
No, currently I do not have a pet, but in my childhood, growing up, we used to have a dog named Bingo. Bingo was one of my favorite pets, and it stayed for with us for 9 years as at that time. And I love dogs. I love pets. I love dogs because they are very friendly, they are very human, and they love to play around. And should people get pets? That's a personal question. For me, disclaimer, this is my opinion. Pets are great. I love pets. But if you love pets, you want to get a pet, you too can get a pet.
Exactly. Good one. Good one. Yeah, I think people like pets because it keeps them warm and it keeps them like they have some companion with them. And it became a habit in America, especially. People like pets. I don't know. Is it the same in Africa? Do people get pets as often as here or no? Or they're more in the streets?
Not so often, but some persons do have pets. I think one of the common pets that we have in Nigeria is people having dogs. So people can have dogs. Dogs is one of the most common pets people have in Nigeria, having dogs around.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. Okay. What is a distinctive dish from your country that you particularly like? And describe it
Okay.
for our audience because a lot of people might not know what Nigerian cuisine is.
Now, for me, my favorite dish is cocoyam pottage.
Uh-huh.
Cocoyam pottage. I remember when I was younger, I ran away from school because of cocoyam pottage.
Zion,
And I
can you
had
type the name in the chat box for us? The name in the chat box?
it's it's cocoyam. Okay, I can type right now
Okay.
for people to see. So
Yeah.
it's cocoyam.
Coco Yam. Okay. While you do that, Matt says, looks like Zion is keeping or growing a pet on his list. Looking. So you
Well,
have a pet on there.
so my
Okay.
favorite dish is cocoyam pottage.
It'd
I
be a
love the
cake.
taste. I love the taste and
Let me put it here.
how sumptuous it tastes, and which is something I really enjoyed so much. I can eat cocoyam pottage for all I like, and it's an amazing dish. And I love a goosey soup and pounded yam
So,
too.
so Matt Allen, you don't put a space in it, right? Is it? I'm just kidding.
Yes, no,
You put
no
it. It's
space.
a space.
It's cocoyam, coco and yam.
Ah, okay. There's a
Yes.
space in it, like that, right? Okay.
Yes, there's no space, there's no space. It's cocoa yam. It's together. There is no
Let's
space.
together. I'm
Yes,
making fun of
that's
Matt
the spelling.
Allen. Matt Allen put it together, separated
Okay.
them. So he's to do cocoa and yam. So it's not cocoa and then it's yam.
It's not cocoa, it's cocoa. Yeah.
He keeps it that cocoa. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
cocoa, the beans, and then with the yam,
COCO and yam. Cocoa
the
yam.
starch.
It's yes, it's very small in size
Yeah.
and it's starchy, but very sumptuous, and it's something you really love to taste. Mixed with beans and oil, and it's very delicious. And another food I really love in particular, it's I love beans. I love eating beans. For those who know me a lot, I love eating beans. I can eat beans for one straight week and not get tired of eating beans.
Oh
Let me tell
wow.
let me tell you a secret. If I'm not fine, probably
Yeah.
I'm sick a little bit. The only food I eat is beans. Every other food, it doesn't go down well. But if you give me beans, oh, I can finish a bowl of beans whenever I'm sick. So I love
Amazing.
beans a lot. I love beans a lot.
I feel like for me, when I get older, I start liking more food and more food. Like when you're younger, maybe you know the same thing. You're not eating as much, and you're kind of like, should I eat this? Should I eat this? But when you get older, oh, this is not scary. I can eat broccoli, or I can eat this kind of thing. I'd like to say hello to Sue. It's been a while since been on the program. Sue is a wonderful friend, and then also we have Anuja, who's a friend of yours, right? Amazing.
Yes,
And who's this person? This is your friend as well.
yes,
Uh,
Badmus.
Rashid. That's all about Nigerian food. Awesome. Okay, let's continue to the next question. Wonderful audience here. Okay, how did you get the title Mr. Positive? Who coined that name to you? Was it you? And how did you get that name?
Well, I think pushing positivity was something that really propelled me to go out there. And that's how the name came about. Being able to be a catalyst, a beacon of positivity, and to be intentional about it. Like I said, I used to see positivity as a thought, but being more intentional, being more aware, to not just have it, but to spread it. The title is Mr. Positive Energy. So it's not just Mr. Positive, Mr. Positive Energy. The energy is not there, and the energy comes with the fire, the fire emoji. So being that person that pushes positivity, and that's how the name came about, being Mr. Positive Energy. And for most people, they don't really call me Zion. They rather call me Mr. Positive Energy or Mr. Positive or so, because that's who I am and that's why I portray everything about my life. It's about positivity, and not just for myself, but using it to inspire other people, to motivate people, and to give people that hope. Because it's easy to be caught in that web of negativity because of what you're going through, because of the situation, because of the circumstances. But I tell you, one drop of positivity can make a huge difference. So push positivity. That's how the name came about, Mr. Positive Energy. Bringing the positivity to your doorstep, no matter where you are in the world.
Amazing. So when did that actually get coined? When did you come up with that?
This should be about. This is okay. That should be 3 years ago. Yes, it's been 3 years going to 4 years now. That's when it came about, because that's when the vision was being bettered. The positive energy vision was being bettered. So it's like a brand itself. Mr.
3 years ago.
Positive Energy is a brand itself. That's when it was bettered. 3 years now.
Amazing, amazing. So right after COVID, basically that kind of thing. When did
Yes,
you
right after.
start doing your program? You mentioned that a couple of years ago. Again, that program that you do on
Yeah,
Fridays.
yet it's 3 years as well. So
3 years ago.
everything came about when the vision was being bettered. The event came as well, because having the vision, the aim was to inspire more people. And how do I inspire more people? I'm far away in Nigeria, but I needed to reach out to more persons, because the vision is to spread positivity to every corners of the earth, one person at a time. And how do I spread this positivity? It's coming online, embracing the social media platform, and doing events. And doing the event has really helped me to reach out to more persons I never thought I could reach. So that's it. The event has been 3 years now.
Amazing, amazing. Matt Ali comes here. I really know Zion, and positivity is more than just a title. It is Zion to the core. And that's why I wanted you on the show for a long while, right? And if you silence him, he's most likely Coco Yam and then positivity. I was going to actually try to show a picture to the audience of Coco Yam. I wonder if I can share my screen here and show them what they are. It isn't actually a yam. And so let me see if this is going to work. I'm going to share my screen. And okay, can you see it there? This is Kokuyam, right? Are you able to see that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
you are correct. That's cocoyam. They
Uh-huh.
have it comes with different varieties and
Uh-huh.
different colors. Yeah, but it's
Wow, wow,
get
wow.
to taste it.
How do
It's
you eat it? Like potatoes? You cut it up and it's like potatoes and all that?
Yes,
Or
it's like potatoes. You can
uh-huh.
cook it, you can fry it, you can mash it, you can
Right.
pound it. It comes in different flavor and in
Amazing,
different
amazing.
variety.
That's awesome. Let's go back to the questions here. Okay. Now, Now let's go back to the kudos. How did you learn about kudos? Was it Matt? Did you meet him first, or he came to you? How did you meet him? How did you come up with that relationship of you and Matt? How did you meet each other and your experience with him? Tell us that first meeting with Matt, since he's here in the audience, and be nice.
I think being part of kudos from the very onset, it's something that was really great for me and getting to know Matt. Even I remember we used to do a mother event, a mother show initially when we started, where we come in, bring people together, we sing, we dance, with some persons come to play their instrument. So that's something we were doing together with Matt and having a good conversation with him. And for those who don't know Matt, is somebody you need to know. When you sit down with him and just try to hear what he has to say, it's all about humanity. It's all about making a positive difference. It's all about making the real change beyond just talking, but taking that action that creates the miracle we want to see. And having a chat with him resonated with me so much with who I am, what I stand for, and the things I seek to make, the impact I seek to make in the world. So Matt is somebody, he's my brother, he's my friend, and is also the CEO of the company I work with, Kudos Miracles International. So it's our relationship is very close, and just getting to know him and see his heart, because he has a heart of gold to make that impact. And the experience was just mind blowing. When you see somebody share it from the heart, somebody who truly wants to make a difference, somebody who's not just about the talk, but about taking the action that changes the world, that changes the narrative. So having that experience and that discussion with him really resonated with me. And from then, I tell you, the bond, the friendship, the familyhood has grown bigger and better. And I know it's going to be for many, many more years, because we're going to be making a lot of impact together in the world.
Amazing, amazing. So I like the idea that you mentioned. You were first when you first met him. He was dancing. You were kind of dancing together, kind of thing, right? You were having
No, we do an event. We used to do an event, a modern event where people can come in and dance and sing. Matt does not dance. Does Matt dance? He didn't dance. Matt never sang. Matt was the cheerleader. He was always cheering you up. Dance, dance, sing, sing, sing.
Oh wow!
But he has
Do you
never
remember
sang.
what year that was? What year was that when you first met him?
That's in 2022. Yes, in 2022.
2022.
We did a whole lot of events. Yes.
So a lot of the time with COVID, people are not aware that during COVID, like people made more friends and started growing, and then people started having networking more. I mean, COVID was a blessing.
Yes.
Would you say so?
Yes. Oh, Matt is here. Okay.
How did he come here? I think he was hacking the links. How did you make? You're always with Zion and Melissa. Always with those two. Welcome. How are you? Welcome to the program.
I think you missed out that I'm always with you, because you always bring me on the show, because you have such great guests like Zion and Melissa and so many others. I don't like when you put the thing at the bottom of the screen, though, because it blocks my face off.
It covered you. You've been on the program 300 and 600, 350 times on the show. How do you feel about that?
Maybe so. Sorry, I need to put my phone. I wasn't expecting to be on, Zion. He only just invited me on as though I was some additional bit to come on the show. So I'm just turning down the volume on my phone. But I wouldn't miss this for the world. Do we really know Zion? I don't think it's possible to really know Zion, because the heart of this man is immeasurable. So if anybody can truly know him, they must have some sort of special ability, because to fit so much positivity and so much love and care for everybody into their knowledge, they can't have time for the rest of the things that they need to do, like eat, breathe, and watch OMAR's shows. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Awesome. Are you still with us, Zion?
Don't worry.
I had to put up my camera because I was blushing behind the scene.
Now that your boss Zion is here, Zion, your boss is here with us now. How do you feel about your boss being with you, the CEO of Kudos? How do you feel about it?
It's always a privilege to be with him. It's
wait. Can you? And this is not me telling you what to do, but can you tell him that I'm not your boss? That's what a boss would do.
It's always a privilege to be with him. I'm excited. And wherever he is and wherever we are both together, you can feel the energy, you can feel the positivity, and you can feel the smile. We are always comfortable being together, and you must feel the impact for us because it's all about our hearts and the impact we cease to make in the world. Like I said, it's beyond just talking the talk, it's doing the work, making things happen, and creating the miracles by ourselves. So to be with him on stage, it's a privilege. I want to say thank you for joining us, man.
Now,
Can I
Matt,
just
can
say
you
something to
recall
Omar as
the first
well?
time you met Zion, Matt? What was the first time and your first impression of Zion?
Okay, so first of all, before that, I'll come to that in a second. You're supposed to provide like a wardrobe budget for people that come on your show, I think. And when you do, they're supposed to be able to afford the full Adidas shirt. Zion seems to have been missing one of the 3 stripes and just have 2 stripes on his t-shirt.
And
So
his
if
connection
you can up the budget a bit, that would be good for people.
and his
Back
connection
to
too. Yeah.
back to how did I first find Zion? So Zion came through some networking that I was doing, just basically looking for people at the beginning of my journey on LinkedIn 3 years ago. And we got together to have a chat like I did with many people. And Zion really came across as one of the most down to earth and centered people on benefiting other people, not just himself. And that really is something that we at Kudos really focus on, is about benefiting the many, right? And so that's really what spoke out to me, because Zion had the time, a mission to benefit 1,000 children in his local community with school equipment and backpack for each child, and being able to give them writing materials and a ruler and things like that, just so that then they could complete their basic education. And like we are moving into education in some ways, and Zion is very instrumental in, although not the actual education part, helping me specifically with designing a process to enable students at university to progress and have opportunity that lies in front of them to really succeed, hopefully with an addition of 30,000 businesses within the first 10 years of that particular business. So Zion is incredibly giving and very insightful into what people need and how we can give people what they need. And I am eternally grateful for him for everything that he brings to the table, even if it is a stripe short of his 3 stripes for his Adidas t-shirt. But again, you're responsible for the wardrobe budget for that. So
Exactly.
Next time.
Thank you. All right. I just want to say hello to Queen Mother. She was in one event with a friend of mine, my teacher, and so thank you for joining us. Good evening from the Netherlands. I'm not sure if this is a friend of yours. Thank you for joining us, and let's pass on the positivity. And then we also have Michelle. All right, thank you.
Ramos.
All right,
not Roma.
Ramos. Ramos.
There we go.
I need help with the names. Okay, your preferred drink in the evening. What would Zion have in the evening? Hopefully,
Water.
nothing to make you drunk.
Water.
You're a water person?
Yes, I'm a water person. I prefer taking water.
Awesome. Matt, you were on the show way long ago, like number 30 episodes ago, 37 episodes ago. You were the first one on this guest. Do you recall that moment?
Yeah, I remember being the first person. Nobody had heard who you were or who I was, and now everybody knows who you are. And occasionally you have guests on like Zion who know who I am, which is really nice.
Okay, next one. What is one thing that makes you happy, Zion?
Ooh.
There are a thousand things that makes me happy, to be honest with you. There are 1,000 things that makes me happy. It's not just one. I have a lot of things. But...
You have 1,000 things. Okay. How much time do we have? We have 2 minutes.
Can I answer this first? What really makes Zion happy is a mirror.
Go ahead.
There is an old story that floats around the internet of one of the first meetings that I had with Zion, where I thought that he was paying attention to me because back in those days he didn't have a laptop, he had a mobile phone, right? And on Zoom, like you're very close to the phone.
Yeah.
And he was looking intently into the screen. I was thinking, wow, he's really concentrating on what I'm saying. And then he just sort of went like this, as he was actually just doing his hair, because he wasn't listening. Well, he was listening to me, but he was paying attention to his hair because he was going out that evening, I think it was. So definitely a mirror is one of the things that makes him very happy.
Amazing. All right. This looks like it's Kim. And then, but Zion, we never got your answer. What is your answer?
One thing that really makes me happy, it's putting smile in people's face. Seeing that you are smiling, Matt is smiling, everybody is smiling, it really makes me happy. The ability for my action to make a difference in people's life really gets me so excited. I can go all out to see that somebody needs is met. I can go all out to see that somebody have a reason to keep living their life. So for me, it's all about people. People makes me happy. People get me excited. And because they always give me the privilege to be me and to express myself in a way I cannot express it being all by myself. Another thing that makes me happy is sports. I love football. In America, you call it soccer. Yes.
Football, yes.
Yes, soccer. So I love football a lot. I'm a Manchester United fan. You know, if you're a Manchester United fan in the house, so I'm shout out to you. So I love football. I watch football a lot. So that's aside what I do, you know, in my work. If there's one thing I do aside work is football.
What's your favorite team, Zion? What's your favorite team?
Manchester United. I just mentioned it. Manchester United.
Manchester United, an English team.
Yes, English Premier League. I watch the English Premier League more, so I support Manchester United.
That's awesome. Okay, I know we already heard about you, but tell us a little bit more of something that we don't know about you. Something that the public doesn't know about Zion. You've done how many episodes? You've done probably 2 hours every Friday for the past 2 years. So you've done a lot of shows. Tell us something we don't know about you.
Is there really something you don't know about me? Yes, I'm an open book like this. You can read back and forth that this is me. So, but for instance, I've been following my journey for the past 3 years on LinkedIn. I think you've gotten to know me more. There is nothing to hide. If there's one thing I love, it's being authentic, being yourself, and just being honest as much as you can. So, is there something that people don't know? I think I've said practically everything that people need to know. I'm trying to think now. Matt, can you remind me? Maybe there's something Matt. Maybe there's something Matt knows that I need to share now that I'm thinking about.
I would say that tenacity as well as positivity is a big part of Zion. Like you're talking about 2 hours of shows that he does on a weekly basis on a Friday, right? But if I can be so bold, Zion phones me up and sends me messages to make sure that I'm eating and getting some sleep. But the reality of the situation is that this young man does much more than most people are even aware of. He does like shows throughout the night. He's a bit like a younger version of any Osung. Like if you pick up a phone and call, they'll be up, but they might be on another show, but they'll be up and working and doing stuff to support people, right? I think that's part of Zion's heart, is that he really genuinely wants to do as much as possible for people, whether that is to be on a show like this, through to the Positivity Room, to Monday Morning with Okari, through to phoning up random people like me and saying, "Hi, how have you eaten recently? And was it good food, not just cake?" Incidentally, Zion, I'm still waiting for the sister's cake, right?
Amazing, awesome. Now, here's
sorry. On that note, Zion comes from a very talented family, ranging from just the ones that I know, a designer, a clothes designer, through to a cake wizard. Or what's the female version of you?
Now, on Friday's show, all five of you there, do you guys all get along? Do you guys all get along on your Friday show? You,
Oh, we are like a family. Like I
oh, yeah,
always
okay.
call them the best team in the world. We are like a family. We have conversation week in week out. You
Mhm.
know, we all get along. To answer your question, we all get along so well, like a huge family. You know, we are always there to support each other. We are in each other's business because that's what we do. That's what family do. You know, from Annie to Jimmy to Lydia to Simona to Isa, we are always together. And for me, working with them for as a team for 3 years, it's one of the amazing things that have happened to me being on the online space. Just being able to have people who are willing to go all out to support you and to see that your dreams comes into reality. And beyond just them, we also have other persons like Matt, you know, a few other persons who get to join us like Okari. You know, we all go together because if there's one thing I believe is on the social media space, it beyond just connecting with people, beyond just having them as your connection, as your friend online, creating and bringing the friendship beyond the online space is very, very important. So getting
Amazing.
to check on each other, giving a call, just send a text. How are you? How's it been today? I just wanted to know if you are no things like that can go a long way to make a huge difference. So we all get along so well, and it's priceless having a community of positive people who are all about growth and making a positive impact.
Amazing. I was saying hello from Cambridge, that's in England, and then somebody from Pakistan, and then also Zion is so humble. Ramos. Did I get it right this time? And then Nick is on here. Okay, great. Thank you for that. Yeah, I like how you guys sync with each other on Fridays. You guys have a good chemistry, all of you guys, and it's hard when you have five people, especially on there. It's like the American show called The View, right? They don't get along, but sometimes they do. Okay, one more question here. Okay, if I were to create a product or a concept to benefit humanity, what would it be? What would you create to help? Now, everybody answers this question. Now, 37 people before you answer this question. You're number 38. What would you do?
Positivity is the product. That's it for me.
Positivity is the product. Okay.
That's the name of the product. That on a go positivity. That's the product.
Bring happiness to people. Brings more
Yes,
smiles.
it's something that is lacking in our world today. It's
Yeah.
something that so many people do not have. Why? Because of what they are going through. I tell you, forget the beautiful profiles you are seeing. Forget the high catching headlines you see online. People are going through so much. People are going through a lot. And for me, the product positivity, it's a remedy for that. Where people tend to find happiness, tend to find joy, have a support system, find reasons to keep living their life. You know, embracing gratitude through it, knowing for the fact that you might not be where you want to be, you are not where you used to be, and that no matter what you are going through, it's all part of the journey that is taking you to that height of success, to that height of greatness. So, the product positivity, everyone needs to get a dose from it, not overdose. But then getting overdose in positivity is not bad because too much of it's a good thing, and it's something we all need to have. Not just have it for ourselves, but to be able to spread it to other people. And that's why my vision remains spreading positivity to every corners of the earth, one person at a time. I believe we
Amazing.
can do it.
I
I
wanna
believe it's
try and do
possible.
a follow up to that. I'll say, why do people always go to negativity when something bad happens to them? Why aren't they? What's the key to having positive thoughts when something negative happens? And what keeps you in that positivity state?
The first question is, why do people go to negativity? Because it's the easy route. It's very easy to be negative. It's easy
True.
to be sad. It's easy to be unhappy. It's easy
True.
to embrace unforgiveness. Why? Because this is life. When
But it's
things does not,
easier to smile. That's you're using less muscles, aren't you? Right?
yeah. So when things does not go your way, it's easy to fall into negativity, and that's why positivity is not negotiable. It should be a priority for people. How you respond when things doesn't go your way, it's very, very important. For some persons right now, they don't have a job, so that might be what they are going through. For some, it's their health. For some, it can just be because they don't have the relationship or they don't have the finance. Take, for example, for all these things, I always say embracing gratitude is key. And one thing that I'm grateful for is for the fact that you are alive. It doesn't matter what you are going through, it doesn't matter how tough it is. Yes, it can be overwhelming, it can be challenging, but embracing gratitude for being alive, I tell you, it's one way for you to see things in a lighter note. It takes one who is alive to feel sick. It takes one who is alive not to have a job. It takes one who is alive to feel overwhelmed. It takes one who is alive to feel anxious about things. So being grateful for being alive, it's paramount. It's priceless. It's something that we all need to embrace. So for me, if there's one thing that really helped me stay positive in the midst of situation is I choose gratitude. I choose to see the light. I choose to see the lessons because one thing I will always say is it is from the test you become a testament. It is from the mess you become a message. There is no glory without a story. So going through the story with a glory in mind just makes the journey much more beautiful. So you must realize that there has to be a stumbling block for there to be a stepping stone. So gratitude is key. Embracing gratitude every day. When I wake up in the morning, I have my gratitude journal every day, which are what are the three things I'm grateful. That's why on our event, the last Friday is dedicated to gratitude, so that persons can count their blessings. Count your blessings. It doesn't matter where you are right now. There's still so much you have to be grateful for. Where you are right now, you are alive. You have a roof over your head. You have a meal to eat. There are thousands of people out there in the world who don't even have a roof. That's why Kudos Miracles, we are working on that to be able to take homelessness away from people so that people can have a place to stay. For some persons, they don't even have food on their table. They don't even know what they can have for dinner, what they can have for what tomorrow have. But for us, we have the privilege to have access to this thing. It's something we have to be grateful for. And now we have access to internet. There are countries who do not have access to internet. For some persons, they don't even have access to mobile phones. So when I look at these things, and choosing gratitude just makes me so excited. So it doesn't matter what I feel, somebody is going through far most worst. So thinking about that just allowed me to say, whoa, I have to embrace gratitude. And it doesn't matter what I'm going through, I have to keep going because why? Our life will always be a testament for people. Because what you are going through right now is what you're going to be saving people from tomorrow. When you share your story and people see how you have gone through the tough time, how you overcame with resilience, with commitment, with consistency, they will find hope to see that, wow, Omar was able to go through this and overcome. Me too, I can overcome. If Matt was able to go through this tough time and still survive and is still inspiring people, me too, I can. If Zion went through this difficult period in his life and today is sharing positivity to every corner of the earth, one person at a time, it simply means I have hope. That's why we have to keep believing in ourselves and embracing gratitude. That no matter where you are right now, it's a prayer point for somebody. So you have to keep encouraging yourself. You might not be where you want to be, but the truth is, you are not where you used to be. And embracing gratitude will keep you and help you stay positive. For me, I will always say gratitude are one of the major pillars of positivity. If you want to stay positive, embrace gratitude intentionally. And I tell you, you will always see reasons to be happy. You always see reasons to be joyful. Why? Because we are not looking at the situation. We are looking at the lessons you can learn from the situation that you are going through. So I know I've said a lot. Let me end there.
Amazing, 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 amazing. No, I mean, we could do another hour because you're a special person and you know a lot of things in terms of making people positivity and all this stuff. You have a lot of experience in this, so you're awesome. So I always, if you're good, we always go over that 30-minute mark. So we already went to almost 45 minutes, so that means you're pretty awesome. Any books? Let's end it in a couple of minutes. Just appreciate you being on the program. Tell us any future, very short, any future plans for you, any book writings, and then just enclose it. We'll end this in about 2 minutes from now.
Yeah, so if you look at my background, that's the first book, Lessons We Learned from COVID-19. So that's the
Yeah.
first book in collaboration with any and other 8 co-authors. But the second book is coming soon about positivity. So my second book is coming soon. We're writing on positivity so that people can be more intentional. Beyond just doing the show, let people have a book they can read, a go-to book, a go-to materials that people can read and be able to embrace positivity intentionally. So that's coming on the way. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but don't worry, you're going to see that very soon. It's coming up.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Zion, for being on the program, number 38, and also Matt for jumping on here, I guess, number 1. who's also been on this program a couple of times. And I appreciate you guys. We're going to actually go back to Nigeria in 2 weeks next month with another guest. I won't say who it is, but also a Nigerian person. That'll be like the third Nigerian person on this program. And I appreciate you guys being on the program. We'll see you again, guys, in 2 weeks. Thank you again so much. Bye-bye.